I greet you all, Africa. My name is Enos Denere. I'm a journalist and an entrepreneur based in Zimbabwe. My heart is bleeding for betterment of Africa. Africa, once dubbed the Black Continent, continues an unabated trend of not satisfying needs and aspirations of its people, especially youth and its underdeveloped citizens. The current nature of global conflict and the array of threats confronting African nations require now solution and pooling of ideas to shape a comprehensive and conclusive response. As citizens of Africa and the entire, we need to rise up and say a big no to terrorism, civil unrest, poverty, political conflicts, and xenophobia. Terrorism and xenophobia presents a serious and sustained threat to the Africa and Africa progress. Africa needs a massive revolution to promote the African business and its talent. It's high time African leadership stop the slavery mentality of looting and spending all the money in abroad instead of rebuilding the motherland continent. Ladies and gentlemen, Africa is not a cemetery. It deserves dignity. We are here for a purpose. Let's build and beautify our continent so that we can please the Creator who made us to be here in this continent. Only that is the liberal mindset, not people who are greedy. The truth is that doesn't need a rocket scientist to tell is that most revolutionary parties, political parties, played a big role in breaking the colonial bondage. No one disputes that they need to build a legacy of economic development. But seems all these years on the throne, the rebuilding economy boat is further sinking in several African countries. Ladies and gentlemen, youth are not a security threat, but are leaders of tomorrow here in Africa. All we need, youth and all citizens to be fully involved in nation building and the programs that seek to improve their well-being. Every son and daughter of the African soil has the right to participate in resource mobilization and capacity utilization as to fully benefit as citizens of the continent. Let's ensure that youth are meaningful involvement in country level affairs before they get lured into terrorism, xenophobia, drug trafficking, and other devices. Let's have an inclusive approach where every citizen feels the country ownership, and so we find rebelling against fellow citizens as a needless enterprise. Another persisting problem is that African people are busy killing each other on tribe or on nationality. The forefathers in Africa survived from the same agriculture and the minerals. All we need is to preserve the African culture. Bottom line, Africa is where it is today, not due to imperialists, but mainly due to the type of leaders we have. The Americans, Asians, and Europeans made it in their economy because it was inclined to values of their culture. The current leaders in Africa are like old cows. That's used to give us good milk during the time of the liberation struggle by breaking the colonial bondage. But now, those cows are now feeding in order to compensate the milk it provided when it was still a young cow. Africa is struggling with poverty, despite the fact that it is home to an avalanche of raw materials that are in hot demand around the globe. It can easily become the hub of technology because of the abundance of mineral resources. Sadly, several African countries, on the contrary, are languishing in abject poverty. Although the continent boasts of indigenous and numerous resources, they are poorly distributed among citizens and within provinces or regions. Africa has not yet adopted strategic ways to, to redistribute such wealth to its people. Wealth distribution is a problematic issue, but what is even more disturbing is how great and promising resources like precious minerals are exploited by few political connected people, foreign investors, and big corporations which pay little or no tax to the continent. Such practices have left the African countries toiling in poverty. DRC has enough timber to supply the whole of Africa for a number of years without running out. They also have the soils and rainfall pattern that allows for the harvesting of 2 maize crops in a year. In most parts of Africa, they only have one growing season and a harvest once a year. They are the richest country in the world of minerals for minerals. It's high time Africa liberate herself from foreign criminal investors and greedy politicians. The main hindrance for Africa to progress is that we are next to zero on African dynamics, politics, and economics. All other regions have a well-documented economic and political landscape. African one has been fragmented according to colonial ties, e.g., Anglophone or Francophone. Ladies and gentlemen, think twice. Where are we today? Where are we going? What legacy are we going to leave for future generations? African presidents, change the mindset. Let's rebuild our Africa for better and the people to come. Thank you.